Share laughter with us. This recording was made on December 29th, 2024 at Red River Unitarian Universalist Church. It features the congregation in Laugh Out the Old Year. Welcome from Red River Unitarian Universalist. Thank you for joining us. The religion we practice in this church is centered in the here and now, rather than the hereafter. It is more of a thinking kind of religion than a believing kind. It is governed more by reason than by tradition, more concerned with the present than the past. It is concerned with getting the most out of life, with living wisely and well. A major aim for us is continually expanding our understanding of life and ourselves. This church is a community of people who share in the free and open search for a level of understanding that will enable us to be more fully and effectively alive. The church does not tell us what we must believe. It stimulates us to think. It supports us in our search. You are welcome to join us. Our centering value is love, with transformation, generosity, equity, interdependence, justice, and pluralism.
Welcome to this common sacred space. Common because we're all welcome. Sacred because here we transform the ordinary and attend to the profound. We carry with us our regrets, doubts, fears, stories, laughter. May they inspire our worship. Above all, may we each meet what we need most to find on this day in this common sacred space. As is our custom, if you'd like to come and light a candle for a joy, a challenge, or just to bring more light into the room, please do so while we sit in stillness listening to the prelude. rise in body or spirit for our chalice lighting and spoken affirmation. In Remembrance and in Hope by Dale Hudson. This is a house of reflection and contemplation, of joy and sorrow, friendship, sharing, and laughter. We light this chalice in remembrance of what we have been and in the hope of what we may become. Join me together as we remind ourselves of the affirmation that is a cornerstone of our free faith tradition. Love is the spirit of this church, and service is its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek truth and freedom, and to help one another. We light this peace candle to remind us of all the places in the world where there is no peace. Join me now in the words now on the screen. Lead me from death to life, from falsehood to truth. Lead me from despair to hope, from fear to trust. Lead me from hate to love, from war to peace. Let peace fill our hearts, our world, our universe. You may be seated. Our opening thought will be a video titled Laughter Yoga.
Laugh for health. Laugh for healing. It's about time we let go and laugh more. Now, there was a time I looked for something or someone to make me laugh. But when I depended on those external factors, I went days without laughing until I found laughter yoga. Laughter yoga gave me a safe space to connect with others and laugh. And I was so impassioned by it that I became a laughter teacher. I'm going to invite you now in this session of laughter yoga. I want you all to stand in your glory. All right, now I have to say something. When we start laughing, it always feels slightly uncomfortable. So, to help us with that, I want you to do this. What you're doing right now is shooing away all the judges that sit on your shoulders day in and day out judging you. They're gone. The next thing we're going to do, take your hands, spread them wide, and let's go with the beats. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. 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 Very good. All right, let's bring it back. Are your hands tingling? We're alive. All right. Now, we have a saying in laughter yoga. Fake it till you make it. But even if you don't make it, it doesn't matter, because science proves that regardless of whether the laughter is real or fake, the body makes no distinction. So when you engage in this action called laughter, the body follows suit, and you start feeling the emotion connected to laughter. This is how we actually help decrease the cortisol in our body and increase endorphins. So let's do it. Now, we got to get out of our heads. So we're going to do this laughter exercise called the brainwash. So follow me. Put your hands like this, and we're going to unzip with a sound. Going to open it up. Take your brains. You see it? And now wash. So we got something called the mental floss. So you're going to take your floss and put it over your heads. And guess what? Start flossing. Are so important and so powerful. We're going to catch our breath. We're going to take a deep breath in, and we are going to say, I am strong. I am strong.
I am strong.
Exhale. I am healthy.
I am healthy.
Inhale. I am strong.
I am strong.
Exhale. I am healthy.
I am
One more
healthy.
time. I am strong.
I am strong.
I am healthy.
I am healthy.
Bring it together. Hands on the heart. Thank you.
And that song, Holy is Our Humor. Sharing number one, for those of you in group number one, sharing, if you signed up ahead of the service and are in group one, please come up or raise your hand for a microphone. I'm going to go first and then get out of the way. I collected a joke from comedian Billy McFarland. It says, I think Baptists make horrible baseball players. They believe in once safe, always safe.
I'm a little more vertically and challenged, yes. When I was a very young child, probably around 3 or 4 years old, my parents and grandparents took me to the big new mall to go Christmas shopping. When I was born in Tupelo, Mississippi. So growing up, I had quite the accent. We split up. My mother and grandmother went one way. My grandfather, my father, and I went another. We went to the toy store. We were going to meet in the middle at an appointed time. It was time to go, and I was not ready. I still wanted to be in the toy store. My father had very little patience then, especially with somebody who wanted to challenge his authority in public. So he picked me up and tucked me under his arm. And there I was, this tiny little blonde-headed, long-haired girl screaming through the mall, "Help me! Help me! My daddy's got me! My daddy's got me!" At the other end of this crowded mall during Christmas shopping time, my mother and grandmother heard the wailing, and they looked at each other and said, "Oh dear, we better get there before Stuart kills her." So they headed on down, and sitting at the appointed spot was me, my father, and my grandfather, who was about to wet himself laughing. Because he just knew my father's raisin was catching up to him. That is a story that's been told in my family for a long time, and I enjoy it. So I hope you have too.
This is a joke I scammed off of somebody. A woman brought her parrot back to the pet store and asked to see the manager. She was very upset and claimed her parrot, which she had just recently purchased, had the filthiest mouth she had ever heard. She had tried to wash its mouth with soap, but that didn't seem to work. And if the manager couldn't fix the problem, she wanted her money back. The manager wasn't to be outsmarted by a parrot, so he remarked that he was currently parrot sitting for a minister who was on vacation for a month. The minister's 2 parrots were religious and praying all the time. Maybe, he suggested, if they put the bad parrot in with the 2 good ones, some of the goodness would rub off. The woman was ecstatic with a potential solution, so they put her parrot into the minister's cage. The new parrot promptly cocked her head to one side and said, "I'm a whore, I'm a whore." Much to the dismay of the woman and the manager, one of the minister's parrots looked at the other one and said, "Praise the Lord, our prayers have been answered."
Today we're going to experience a different type of meditation from our usual. You may stay in your chair, or if you want, you may lay down on the floor. Get comfy. And here's video, another laughter meditation. Do the things.
Hi everyone, I hope you're doing great today. I don't have an April Fool's joke for you, but I do have a really great meditation that's basically a fake it till you make it meditation. It's a laughing yoga meditation. So all that we're going to do is get comfortable. Lay down on a bed or on your couch or on the floor, or if you're sitting in a comfy chair, just sit back in that comfy chair. We just want to let our bodies get super comfortable so that we can focus on 2 breath sounds. ho ho and ha ha. And the hope is that your ho ho and ha ha will lead you into genuine laughter. So get comfortable. If you have loved ones in your house, this might be really nice to practice with them, especially if you're starting to feel like you're getting on each other's nerves. Laughter can really just kind of diffuse situations. So let's get comfy, and then we'll let our hands rest on our abdomen. Good. So with the hands resting on the belly, your legs can either be straight or the knees can be bent, the feet wider apart than the hips and the knees resting against each other. Take a nice deep inhale. Nice deep exhale.
Deep exhale.
One more nice deep inhale.
Another deep inhale.
Nice deep exhale.
Deep exhale.
Let it go. Just notice how your body is feeling, how the breath is feeling. Bring a smile to your lips and just notice how that starts to make your heart feel a little bit lighter. I always think the body-mind connection is just amazing. And that is one of the easiest ways, in my view, to sense it. Eyes are closed, hands resting on the belly, noticing the rise and fall of the abdomen. And let's just start. Ho ho, ha ha. 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 And you might be feeling a little silly now. Ho ho, ha ha. I know I am.
Ho ho.
And then just start to giggle.
Ho ho. Ha ha. Ho ho. You can start giggling if you want to.
And let yourself roll into that giggle. Your giggles will eventually start to decrease. I hope that you felt like you got a good belly laugh. And then again, allow yourself to notice the breath.
Just notice how you feel.
Know that all will be well. And then let's bring ourselves back up to an easy seat.
Coming back up to sitting.
Let your hands rest. Roll the shoulders down the back. Know that you can practice that laughing meditation anytime you want with your loved ones. It might just be a really nice break to the day. I know that anytime I've had the chance to laugh these days, it's just felt so good. So all you have to do is fake it till you make it. Little ho ho ha ha. I thank you all so much for sharing your time with me. Let's reach the fingers down towards Mother Earth, sending healing light and energy to our planet and our world. And then sweep the arms up. Exhale, draw the hands to the heart. Roll the shoulders down the back, maybe a little wiggle to the spine. Have a great day, you guys. Namaste.
Sharing number 2. If you signed up ahead of time and were assigned to group 2, please come up one at a time to share your funny story, poem, song, dance, etc.
pardon me adjusting this. It doesn't want to fit on my face. I haven't told this story in quite a few years. Am I too close to the mic? I feel like I'll try to keep it.
Drop it down.
Okay. I'll try and keep it short. This happened when I was in high school. I think I was a sophomore. I was waiting for the bus one morning, and I had 2 dogs at this time. My oldest dog was a bit of a menace to wildlife. And I don't know if you could tell from just looking at me, but I'm kind of a bleeding heart. So one morning, he got a hold of a bird, and I don't know why you're laughing at that. That's concerning. Well, he got a hold of a bird, and I wasn't thinking, but I went and I picked up the bird, and it didn't make it. It was but I wanted to bury it because we live out in the country, and that's what we do with our animals, But the bus was going to be there in like 10 minutes or something. So in my infinite little 15-year-old wisdom, went inside, I got a shoebox, and I put the bird in it, and I said, well, I'll just bury it when I get home. Mm-hmm. So the bus comes, I get on the bus, I sit down in the front, and immediately I'm like, what the hell am I doing? I've got a dead bird on the school bus, and I'm going to have to be with this all day. And another thing you should know about little 15-year-old me, I had this weird fear of getting arrested. And I mean, this was like my whole childhood. I don't know, I couldn't tell you what law I thought I was breaking, but I swear, and honest to God, I thought that they were going to arrest me for bringing a dead animal into my school. But I get to school, I'm walking, to class. I've got the shoebox with a dead bird, and I hear from behind me one of my friends calling my name, and I'll call her Susie or something. I don't know if she would want her name attached to this. We don't talk anymore. It doesn't matter. Anyway, she jogs up to me, says hey, and I'm like, I don't even say hi because I'm freaking out at this point. I'm like, I have a problem. And she goes, what is it? What's in the box? And I tell her, it's a dead bird. I don't know what to do. And this beautiful woman just says, okay, I'll put it in the locker I have for theater and give it back to you at the end of the day so you don't have to be carrying it around all day. And I said, okay, thank you. And I'm handing the shoebox to her. We're both holding it, and before she takes it, she looks me in the eye and goes, Thomas, is it alive in there? And I said, no. And she went, okay. And she took it to her locker. Fast forward to second period. This is like 2 hours later, maybe. History class, our teacher was stern, couldn't have our phone. So at the end of class, I get my phone out. I have a single text message from her. And I swear, this is the most ominous text message I have ever received in my life, and I'm terrified if anything will ever top it. All it says is, I took care of it. I text her back, and I say, what do you mean you took care of it? And she says, I took a shovel from the prop closet, and I went out and I buried it. And I said, what? Yeah, there's not really an ending to that story. Just, that was so weird. That was probably the weirdest day of high school. Mom nearly crashed the car on our way home because she was laughing into tears when I was telling her. So, yeah, thanks.
couple of general comments first. If you can't be kind, at least be vague. Those people who think they know everything are a great annoyance to those of us who do.
Amen.
And some comments about the experience of getting old, which I don't know about from personal experience, but I understand it is a thing. You know you're getting old when the candles cost more than the cake. You know you're old when kidnappers aren't very interested in you. You know you're getting old when there's nothing left to learn the hard way. You know you're getting old when you stoop to tie your shoelaces and wonder what else you could do while you're down there.
I don't have a story or a joke. I only know 2 jokes. One of them is definitely not suitable, and the other one is too long. So I brought show and tell. Oh. My mother was a very artistic woman. She grew up in the Depression, and she was raising 4 kids in suburbia in the 50s. And when the ideal role model was Donna Reed, well, my mom was more of an Auntie Mame type character. Woo! And I was the oldest of the 4, and the tamest. She later became an alcoholic. She eventually died with 33 years of sobriety in AA. We were very proud of her. Mm-hmm. But we claim the credit for driving her to drink. Her sense of humor continued throughout her life, and she liked to collect figurines and paintings. She'd have loved this morning. She had collections of clowns, paintings and figurines, and she had other things that if she saw it and it was cute and or artistic, she bought it and brought it home. Her apartment was full of stuff. Most of it very humorous and or beautiful. And she had this one favorite figurine, which I now have at my house because it suits me and serves me almost as well as it did her. Imagine, she kept it in the bathroom. Imagine coming out of the shower to find this as your audience. It reminds me to keep my bathroom scale in another room.
I have one.
Okay, we'll do it next.
Oh.
Sharing. We got another sharing.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I thought you were writing.
Okay, a song, World Laughter Tour Anthem, SMILE.
Take the trouble just
One of the ones I picked up from Campfire. I hadn't heard it in so long. Okay. Moving right along to sharing 3. Bill, you're welcome to start. I'll be over here.
I don't know if anyone's heard of Away with Words or not on Facebook and on the radio.
NPR.
And I've been trying to get up the courage to contribute this, but I keep thinking it's silly. Anyway, this is just a conglomerate childhood poem, which you probably all heard some form of. Let's see. Ladies and gentlemen, hobos and tramps, cross-eyed mosquitoes and bow-legged ants. This is a true story that never did happen. One dark night in the middle of the day, 2 dead boys came out to play. Back to back they faced each other, drew their swords and shot each other. A deaf policeman heard the noise and came out and killed the 2 dead boys.
Anyone else?
If you look it up on the Word Voice, I can explain where it came from.
Okay. I don't know if I need this one or not. Once upon a time in a... All of a sudden my senior moment got me. Once upon a time in a wee little cottage there were 3 bears. One was the papa bear, and one was the mama bear, and one was the wee bear. One day they went walking in the deep woods a-talking when along came a little girl with blonde hair. Her name was Goldilocks, and upon the door she knocks, but no one was there. No one was there. So she walked right in, had herself a ball. She didn't care. No, she didn't care. When she got tired, he went upstairs. Home came the 3 bears. Cha, cha. Someone's been eating my porridge, said the papa bear. Someone's been eating my porridge, said the mama bear. Hey, Bobbery Bear, said the little wee bear. Someone has broken my chair. Crash! Just then Goldilocks woke up, broke up the story, and beat it out of there. Goodbye, bye. Bye, said the father bear, and goodbye, bye. Bye, said the mama bear, and hey, Bobbery Bear, said the little wee bear. So ends the story of the 3 little bears. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Cha.
Anyone else? Okay. Please come.
I like we're going to give a little dissertation about pity parties and cures for that. And from what I've heard today, it looks like you've had plenty of medicine thrown out there that you can deal with. I like a truth that can be painted with the fewest brush strokes. It seems to me that is what's really beautiful. So here's one that I picked up from a famous comedian in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. Laughter is an instant vacation. Anybody disagree with that?
Nope.
You want to thank Milton Berle.
Anyone? Grab a book, read a joke, anything?
Oh, shucks. I have a song.
You have a song? Well, come on.
Okay, well, the introductory stuff is the same. But this is what my dad sang it to. We learned it from my dad, and I never really got a chance to bounce my kids on my knee much and sing it. But anyway, it's Oodly foodly up I dee, biggity jiggity jingery, jimmity jammity rumpledy ho, blibbity blabbity, way we go, way we go, way we go. Once I had a little horse, called him Dapple Gray, leg made of cornstalk, tail made of hay, saddled him up, bridled him up, rode him into town. Along came a whirlwind and blowed him up and down, blowed him up and down, blowed him up and down. That's it. Only one?
Only one. Very small, because we're probably at about that time of the service. All right. I do remember.
We're not done yet because you have something to say.
I have something to say.
Okay.
I remember going to this church many years ago when my son Sam was, 2, 3 years old. And it was kind of a serious service. Not too bad. And this was in the days where we passed the basket. People came out and they passed the basket for offering. And it went all the way back, it came all the way forward, and then our minister stood and said, "Now we give thanks for those gifts, freely given and gratefully received." And my kid stood up in the pews and just applauded for all he was worth and gave great thanks for that offering.
Any rebuttals, Sam? All right, Jack, you're up.
I have another one.
Okay. I have one complaint. B. Joe didn't come. Billy Joe should have been here for this. We needed him.
Yeah.
He's busy at his auntie's.
We needed him.
So this is a family story from my family. We have lots of them. We're one of those families. So I had an uncle, a great uncle, who at 5 years old was stricken with polio and was thus paralyzed from the chest down from about 5 years old. So he had great upper body strength. He was brilliant. He could do anything and everything he wanted. He was very much into cars, but he would get bored with them. He'd buy a nice car and he'd drive it around for a little while, and then he'd trade it or buy another one, that kind of thing. He lived in Cushing, Oklahoma. He lived with his mother, my great-grandmother. And she was a very spiritual woman. She was a very faith-filled spiritual woman. She was raised very Baptist. She rode into Oklahoma in a covered wagon. She was one of the original Sooners. Well, he got a new car, a nice Thunderbird, spoke wheels, white walls, white leather convertible top, bright cherry red, just gorgeous. And after work one Friday evening, he decided to go out with the boys from work and have a few beers. And then he had a couple more. Then he had a couple more just for the road. And this is a long time ago. So he lived in a very rural area in Cushing, Oklahoma. It was a small town then. So he just kind of meandered his way back home. Top was down. And he thought, I think it might rain. So he went to put the top up on the car. And he struggled to get that top fastened down at the front top of the windshield. Struggled, sweating, cussing, trying not to wake his mama up. It's 3 a.m. He thought, I am drunker than I thought I was. Finally, he got it all fastened down. He went in, went to bed. The next morning, he heard his mother talking to his sister, Doris. Doris was a character all of her own. We always said Doris had a heart of gold. The problem was it was only this big. And he heard his mother saying to Doris, I just know Jimmy was out drinking last night. I woke up this morning and looked out in the yard to see if he had made it home okay, and I looked at his car, and I just know he was out drinking. And he thought, crap. What have I done? I don't remember hitting anything or what happened. So he puts on his glasses, and he rolls over, and he looks out the window. And he goes from the bottom of the bumper and he starts scanning upwards, and then he sees it. Coming out from underneath that convertible top on both sides was my great-grandmother's wire clothesline. That solved the problem.
We're still here.
Time for giving. Introduction to offering by Doug Hober. Last week, the church office received a call from the IRS asking about a member of the congregation. I won't say who. He stated on his income tax return, said the official, that he gave $5,000 last year to the congregation. Is that correct? We will have to check our records, but let me say this. If he didn't, he will. So now as we take our offering, let us give freely, generously, in accordance with what we reported on our income tax. The bowl awaits, or you may donate online.
And Sam will apply.
I invite you to rise in body or spirit for the closing thought, benediction, and extinguishing the chalice. We have all three today. So this first one is called Laughter by Anne Bryan Smolin. Give me an L. L. Lightens the load. Give me an A. A. Avoids negativity. Give me a U. U. Unites hearts. Give me a G. G. Gathers people together. Give me an H. H. Heals heartache. Give me a T. T. Tickles the soul. Give me an E. E energizes the human spirit. Give me an R. R restores us to wholeness and to holiness. And what does that spell? Laughter.
Ho, ho, ho. Ha, ha, ha. Benediction is The Hand in Yours by Erica Hewitt. You are welcome to join hands, bump fists, share glances, connect in some kind of way. The hand in yours belongs to a person whose heart is sometimes tender, whose skin is sometimes thin, whose eyes sometimes fill with tears, and whose laughter is a beautiful sound. The hand that you hold belongs to a person who is seeking wholeness and trusts that you're doing the same. As you leave this sanctuary, may your hearts remain open, may your voices stay strong, and may your hands remain outstretched. Please join me in saying the words to extinguish our chalice. We extinguish these flames, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. Go in peace, return in love. Stick around, we eatin'.
We'll have to move the chairs and set up the tables. So anybody who has to go do stuff with their food, go ahead and we'll get stuff out of the way.